Heyo, so we haven't had an update in a while, so I figured it was about time. But since we last spoke, I had my second appointment with the neurooptometrist. That was a hard word to say. And it was so good. I got tested for prism glasses, and they put some prism lenses on me and I bawled. It was the first time in 4 years that I could actually see normally, and I guess it's not something that bothers me on a regular consistent basis. I don't look around and be like, oh, it's so hard to see, but it obviously causes me some stress, especially when I'm tired or when I'm just in situations that kind of make my symptoms flare up. But they put prism glasses on me, and I guess I didn't even realize how bad my sight was until that happened and my eyes were working like they should, and it was beautiful. So needless to say, I got a prescription for prism lenses, 2 different pairs, one for up close. I have troubles focusing on things that are close to my face, but I already had a reading glasses prescription, so that will be helpful. And then those also have I don't remember what it's called, but the tint on them, so it helps filter the light for computer screens, that kind of thing. So that will be super helpful because the majority of time that I'm using things up close, I'm on a screen. So even when I'm reading books and things, I do it on my iPad or my phone. So that'll be super helpful to have. And then I have my everyday distance all the time glasses, I guess. I don't know what I'm calling them yet, but so those ones will have the prism lenses. I think they have a light prescription because I have troubles focusing on things very far away. I get double vision. It was very frustrating when I was doing some of the tests because I knew that there were a certain number of letters, but I could only process 5 of them, and I think there were 6 letters or something like that. And so it was really bothering me, but I think there's a slight prescription in those ones too, just to help with that part. But then they have the prism, and then those ones are going to be a rose tint to help filter out the light, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about it when I actually get them and see them, because I guess I've never really had colored filtered lenses. So I'm just kind of worried because I wear black and white and gray, and I'm just concerned about the color, but it's gonna be super helpful just with the testers at the clinic. It was amazing how much it took some of the eye strain away, and so I'm really excited for that. So that's happening. I went to Underwater World at the Mall of America yesterday, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for it. I talked to my mom afterwards, and she told me that even before this most recent concussion, I struggled with it after my first double concussion. And oh my gosh, it was so bad. Okay, because malls and big spaces like that where you have a lot of people and you have all the lights and there's just a lot of stimulation, obviously they're hard enough in that aspect, but then you go to Underwater World at the Mall of America, and I don't even know what it is about it, but the lights are so weird, and I don't know. It doesn't start to bother me until you get into because they have the where you can touch the sea urchins and anemone, and there are some starfish in there, so you have that, and then you have the stingray area where you can look at them. You can't pet them anymore because they have all reached breeding age and they won't let you pet any of them. And that's really frustrating because I've been trying to pet them for years, and every time I go in, they're like, oh no, they're pregnant, try again next time. And then finally yesterday someone told me that I pretty much won't be able to pet them at that place. So yeah, but there was a baby. And it was adorable. I think he was 9 months old, and he's just a little guy. And one of the people that was working there was telling us about his first encounter in the like regular tank, because he had been in like quarantine for 6 months. So like 3 months ago, he finally got to be with all the other stingrays, and he hadn't experienced like the sand or the little seaweed stuff or any of that, and apparently he was just having a blast, and he'd like bounce off the bottom and he'd go and like swim through all the seaweed and just sit on it, and I was like, that is just the cutest thing ever. I love stingrays and I really want to pet one really bad. I love them dearly. But yeah, so that's that. But after that point, it kind of gets darker and you kind of go into a space that has different lighting, and it's just, there's a lot going on. And at that point, I thought I was going to die. I was just so dizzy, and then I was getting nauseous. Towards the end of it, like towards the part where I was like, okay, I need to get out of here because I can't do this. I was ready to like crawl on the floor to get out because standing was just so much. So, note to self, don't go to SeaWorld anymore. But pretty much immediately after leaving and like resting my eyes for a minute, I was feeling better, so that was really good. But kind of frustrating because I paid for it. So whatever though. I got to hang out with the stingrays, and that was great. So that happened. Because of that, I'm definitely feeling exhausted today. Like, I was hoping to get a lot of stuff done, and I'm doing laundry, and I think I'm gonna get some house stuff done, but I'm not gonna be able to look at the screen for working as much as I'd like. But I guess we'll just take it as it is. Like after my appointment for my eyes, where I got the glasses prescribed, was last week, and after that I just kind of had this weird burst of energy, and I don't know if it was like, oh my gosh, I have hope again, or like my eyes were just so pleased with that like 5 minutes of wearing the prism lenses that I was like, woohoo, I have some energy again. So I kind of came into the week with a whole bunch of energy, and I think I overdid it a little bit because of that. So I'm really feeling the exhaustion today, and I'm just trying to take it easy. But as of next week, I believe I will only have one job, and I'm really sad about it. Like, I'm really sad to leave one of my jobs, but it's kind of a good thing. Like, it was super necessary just for healing, because night driving is super, super bad, and I'm realizing as time goes on, like, how bad it is. So I really hope the prism lenses are able to help with that, but otherwise I'm gonna have to figure something else out, because it's kind of getting to the point that I'm fairly scared of driving at night, and I'm trying to avoid it at all costs if I can. But that job, I really had to night drive. Like, I would be able to get there before the sunset, but I would be driving home after the sunset, because Minnesota, the sun sets this time of year. I think we're to 5:30 now, so that's good, but I wouldn't get done until at least 8, and so it was kind of a struggle to have to leave and drive home after the sun sets. So that, along with a lot of other factors, went into that one, but I'm really sad to leave it. Like, I love that job, and I know it's kind of like the next chapter in my life, but it's bittersweet because I kind of became who I am as a person while I was there, and so it's just kind of, it's hard to leave, and I love the people there so dearly, but I know it's what's best, and I know that it's going to allow me to continue to grow. I'm just kind of sad about it. But my other job that I'm going to continue working with, it's helpful because it's not set hours like the gym was. So I kind of have been working with my bosses at that job to come up with a plan. So I definitely won't have to night drive at that one. They definitely want me to leave well before the sun is setting, so that I don't have to do that. And then just taking a lot of rest and working from home and all of that kind of stuff, that's going to be super helpful. And I actually had my follow-up with the concussion specialist this week. Oh, that was just a few days ago. But I got a referral for occupational therapy for that at that appointment, and super excited for that just because I really want to do vision therapy, but doing vision therapy through the place that I've been going for my eyes, I would have to pay out of pocket, which at this point is not something that I'm able to do because I've been missing so much work for all of this. So that will be helpful to kind of do. It's less intense vision therapy through the occupational therapist, but I'm super pleased with my concussion specialist, and I think that he definitely has my best interests in mind, and he definitely wants to make sure that I'm getting the best care that I can. So he made sure that he referred me to someone who not only works with him very closely, but also like trains with the people that I've been going to for my eyes. So she should be able to help me out a lot in the vision therapy aspect, but I'm also looking at using our time just to kind of come up with a better plan for kind of finding the balance and being able to kind of live a normal life. Like the last time that I was recovering like this, it kind of wasn't ever an option. Like, I saw an occupational therapist once, and I went to like a social worker therapist and I had therapy with her, but like we were working on like cognitive behavioral therapy, and she would just give me some assignments to do at home. So I feel like it was very self-led as to returning to my normal life, and a kind of just super haphazard and not really having a plan. So I'm kind of hoping that we can come up with a better plan for me to just be able to make adjustments that are necessary, because I totally understand that that's a thing, but also like actually find things that will be effective in helping me live my life to the best that it can be lived. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm really excited. I think that I'm on the right path. I'm fighting my butt off to get enough sleep. That's really hard for me, but I did just get a sleep mask, and I really like it. And I got like a sunset sunrise night lamp / alarm clock, and I like it. It's not the best. I might like get a different one, but we're making steps to make improvement, and that is good, and that's what I like. And I'm just really excited for my glasses to come in. I think I have like 4 or 5 more days until they get here, so trying to survive until then. But